Welcome to my shop. Gavin Gear here from ultimatereloader.com. I've got so much rifle build activity and projects in the works right now. I wanted to stop and give you all a quick update. Most of you know I'm midway through my 300 PRC and 6.5 PRC content series. You're going to want to check that out. I got a lot more coming up, and I got multiple additional builds as well. Quick note, December 9th is the start of Gordy Gritter's precision rifle building class. Gordy's Precision Extreme Accuracy Institute, those are his businesses, and he conducts a week-long seminar, essentially, hands-on training that covers all of the fundamental aspects of building an extremely accurate rifle. We're talking about competitive grade, bench rest quality, action truing, bedding, chambering, and a lot more. I've talked with Gordy quite a few times, but I've never had the chance to work alongside him. I'm going to be bringing you coverage from that, and guess what? He's got a few spots that are still open as of the taping of this video, and I'll have a link in the video description. If you sign up, you will see me there. I would love to get to know you, and I would love to learn with you under this Master Craftsman, Gordy Gritters. So stay tuned for more information about that. Okay, let's talk about the PRC builds real quick. The full custom build, I've already published the entire build sequence, and I'm working on long-range shooting and load development right now. I just finished a Jeep road all the way to the top of the mountain where my 1,000-yard range, the firing line, is located. This is a complete game changer. Look for a lot of really cool content coming up. That's delayed some of my progress on the 300 PRC and the 300 Remington Ultra Mag content, but I'm back on it, folks. I'm even getting prepared for snow that I can so that I can shoot 365 days a year. This is awesome. This rifle is basically a stock Remington 700 long range. I did thread the muzzle. I've done a Marine Tex epoxy job for the action, and I was careful the way that I bedded it so that when I rebarrel it for 300 PRC, this is a budget-oriented upgrade build, I won't mess up the bedding job and don't have to worry about where the barrel butts up with the recoil lug. And this blank is 1 in 8.5 twist, which was the Hornady recommendation for 300 PRC. The full custom used a 1 in 9.5 twist, which was Benchmark Barrel's recommendation. So I'm really looking forward to comparing the ballistics, the accuracy potential, and the bullet stabilization potential for those barrels respectively. That will be cool. Okay, I'm really excited about the 6.5 PRC build. I live in steep territory and I love to do long range hunting, and that means I need a rifle and a cartridge that's going to have really good long range knockdown power, and it needs to be really lightweight, and this is the rifle that I've come up with. I'm starting with a carbon stock. This is a stock that the folks at Benchmark Barrels are introducing. I'll have more details in the full story. It's inletted for the Remington 700 footprint. I've got a Pierce Engineering titanium Remington 700 semi-clone action, and it's got a 20 MOA rail. It's got a separate titanium recoil lug. More information on that in the build as well. And then I've got a Benchmark Barrels 6.5 caliber barrel blank with Hell's Canyon carbon fiber wrap on it. This is kind of the best of both worlds. You've got match grade barrel, hand lapped, and you've got the lightweight and the stiffness of the carbon wrap. I haven't chambered a carbon wrap barrel before. This will be really fun and really cool. I wanted to mention Red Stake Tactical, their 6.5 PRC bottom metal. It is compatible with 300 WSM magazines. I've got these from Accurate Mag. I'm using a Triggers Tech special trigger. My 224 Valkyrie Remington 700 build, same trigger, totally awesome, and at a pretty good price point, really, for what you're getting there. I've got a Dave Manson 6.5 PRC chambering reamer on the tight side. I've also got bushings, go and no gauges from Manson. He really makes great instruments, tools, reamers, all of that stuff. So that's the high level of the 6.5 PRC build. I also have this rifle. This is my Howa 1500 6mm Creedmoor. You can see I've stolen the scope for the 300 PRC full custom. I love this rifle, but I wasn't getting the accuracy that I wanted out of it. So I've worked with two companies, International Barrels up in Canada has sent me a fluted barrel blank, 6mm. This is going to be my rebarreling project, and I'm going to build this rifle exactly how I want it in terms of the chamber dimensions. And I worked with JGS Precision on a special chamber geometry. I modified the freebore essentially on it. This is called 6 Creed UR, my own spec based on the cartridge dummy rounds that I sent to JGS Precision. Careful measurements, knowing a bit about 6mm Creedmoor and throat erosion, and optimizing the geometry of the chambering reamer from there. That's going to be a cool story. This is the first time I've really said, I want everything the way I want it. I want this much free bore, I want this particular chambering, I'm going to load this brass with this bullet and with this load and optimize everything across the board. So I'm really hoping for good results with that. Okay, another couple notes about the budget build. I do have a couple magazines from Accurate that are going to be compatible with 300 PRC, and they also sent me one of their bottom metals for that so that I can basically do a drop mag conversion. This has the internal box magazine, and I like to have external detachable mags because I like to keep them loaded, but I like to keep the gun unloaded. So if I do see a game animal and I'm not completely ready, pop the mag in, chamber around, off and running. Love that. Okay, another couple builds that I haven't really talked about yet. Green Mountain Barrels has sent a couple 7.62 by 39 optimized barrel blanks. And this is going to be a part of a series entitled How Accurate Can 7.62 by 39 Be? And I'm going to do 2 builds. Just like I did with Valkyrie. I did a bolt gun and I did a semi-auto gun. So I'm going to take my CMMG Resolute 6.5 Grendel, which is compatible in terms of the bolt with 7.62 by 39, and I'm going to do a separate upper for it. So I could reuse the entire bolt carrier group, slap it onto the lower, it's mid-size, so I'm going to get a mid-size upper from CMMG, and then switch between 6.5 Grendel and 7.62 by 39 for the AR semi-auto 7.62 by 39 experience. I will also throw in my NPAP on the AK side for comparison purposes as well. I've already done a little bit of testing on that. These 2 barrel blanks are identical. The other build is going to be a Uintah Precision. I have the 6.5 Grendel Uintah Precision upper 15, and I'm going to be rebarreling that so that I can swap the barrels back and forth between Grendel and 7.62 by 39. Just like the CMMG Resolute 300, it shares the same bolt dimensions, and the same bolt can be used, therefore, and I'll headspace it appropriately when I'm doing that. Another Manson reamer. This time I've got a solid pilot reamer instead of one that uses bushings. I also used a chamber reamer like that for my 22-250 build, so not anything particularly new. Then I've got climber, go, and no-go gauges from Brownells. Thank you, Brownells, for the support on that project. And so here we go. I mean, we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chambering jobs and a bunch of really cool cartridges to explore, lots of really cool content that's coming up. And then I have plans beyond that, but I need to get through this queue of chambering projects. I'm going to try and do a chambering every week or every other week. Holidays are coming up, so that's a little bit difficult. But that's where I'm headed with things, and I hope that you're subscribed with notifications because you're not going to want to miss those corresponding stories. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have ideas, requests for me, please drop them in the comments. Until next time, happy shooting and happy reloading.